All right, so here we go. This is the men's
This is
Open
Tommy
Pro.
Gomez
This is
wants
the
the
best
upper
of the best
12.
for the 3D guys
Andrew
right
Calloway
now.
wants the upper 12.
Tommy
The
Gomez
Chevy
is
and the
leading.
Coyote
He's at a
and
434.
the
Tommy's been shooting his butt
Whitetail
off this year.
for deer.
He's actually way
First,
ahead
third,
of the
and
field.
fifth targets
He's
are
at
all
434.
upper 12
Levi
for these
Morgan's
gentlemen.
in second at
If you're ready,
421.
we'll
So
start your
Tommy's
1
got a
minute
13-point
now.
lead. And Tommy's been putting it on us this year. Yeah. Tommy's been shooting great this year. Tommy starts out with a solid 10. You know, Levi had a bad first day. He had a not so good first day, but he smoked it today to come all the way back to get in the shoot off in second. And you're going to see a lot of these guys chasing hard, especially Levi. I see Levi chasing because he's won enough of them. He doesn't care. And this one he went for a 14 and just hit left.
5 for Levi. Move him to 426.
5 for Levi.
The upper 12 call was made by Joseph Goza.
You know, nothing to Levi because pretty good friends, and I hate having that guy behind me.
He's got
so
a 10. Moves him
even
to
though Tommy's got
30.
13-point lead after going into target 1, to have Levi shoot a 5 and shoot a 10 and extend that lead out to 18 points ahead of Levi with 4 targets to go. It seems if you know he could shoot, he'd have to shoot 4 14s in order to catch you. But as a shooter in the lead, it's something you won't forget about. I mean, if I'm in the lead, I would still be like, "Where's Levi at?" You know. So
all right, gentlemen.
It is one of those scenarios where I'm sure Tommy's taking a
Gomez
breath of fresh air
enjoying a
after that shot.
Over the field.
And Levi probably didn't even discuss him a little bit.
Upper
He's
12
just like,
call by Andrew Calloway
I'm still going to try to hit
chamois.
every one of these 14s. It's not going to change his plan.
You want upper 12 on your
and he very well could hit
the
them all.
chamois and the blaze buck are upper 12 calls. And if you're ready, gentlemen, we'll start your 1 minute.
So Andy Calloway.
Now.
Andy's been shooting Open Pro, I believe, for 3 years now. He's a great shot, young shooter. He's had a great amateur career. He's from Wisconsin originally, and he's been shooting really well. This is his second shoot-off appearance this year. He smokes a upper 12 on that chamois deer. Tommy.
Okay, first up for Nathan Winters on the Coyote.
Levi shoots at the 14 on that, on the longest target down there. Like I said, he's going to come out gunning.
Climb back in with the 10 points of our leader.
You know, and it's really there's a lot to learn from that in this exact scenario. You know, Tommy is so far ahead right now
for Joseph, moves him to 440.
Most people would just come out here and shoot for second place because that's where everybody else is competing for. And if there's anything people should take away from this is you look at Levi gunning.
8 for Levi.
You know, and that's the difference. In our class, you literally can't play safe. And I don't care if you're 18 points away from the lead. Levi's out here to win. And if he goes from second to fifth, it's worth it because he's trying to move from second to first, no matter what. To the end, you know, lose it, win it, everything. At the end of the day, when ride or die, and when he goes home, he's going to know that he shot literally to win and never played it safe. So if you do that and you lose, it's part of the game, and it sucks if you go from second to fifth. But at the end of the day, you have to try to win out here, and that's why Levi's consistently won a ton of tournaments, is because during that event, you know, it's not just a shoot-off, it's how you play the game during the actual event. And so, you know, Levi just letting it all hang out here is awesome, because that's how you dominate like he has for years, no matter what. Nathan Winters just shot just barely over that. Nathan's shot amazingly well this weekend. Yesterday, he was leading at 418, which was the first time he had led ever. And
all right, for Nathan
he came out today and shot 2 up, which was enough to get in the shootout.
Solid 10.
Levi hit that one.
Calloway for the upper 12.
So, and you'll hit his next one, I'll bet
10
you.
for Andrew. Moves him to 450.
So, and Joseph takes a shot at the 14 on the Coyote and hits it.
He's probably trying to hold on to a nice solid 10. He does have a solid 10, moves him to 464. And they're running out of real estate now to try and catch him. Levi Morgan and the Brown Bear trying to finally catch that elusive 14 ring.
And he
does. He's got his 14. That moves him to 448.
And you can make a lot of points on 14s fast. I mean, you almost lose track of people because they can be so far back and then so far in it again in just a couple targets. Like this, there's not a lot of people playing on
14 for
he
Joseph
14 that
Goza,
one. Levi will probably 14 this Coyote. I would expect him to hit it if I was shooting against him for sure.
Have a hard time closing that gap
that's
now
an
with
8-point change,
left.
you know. So you could be comfortably 6-point lead and all of a sudden get passed by two.
Just Andrew and Tommy. We want the upper 12s on the bear and the.
So Joseph, we're going to see Joseph go for 14 on this target.
Everybody settled in.
Tommy's leading at 464.
Now.
And then we have Joseph Goza in second at a 454. Nathan Winters is in third at a 452. So we'll see what Joseph does if he takes a chance. He's in second. So he might not take the risk, but we'll see. Joseph shot at a 12.
Okay,
he probably just missed
for Levi, looking for another 14 to add to his
Levi
collection.
missed the 14 just right.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, perfect height, just straight right.
10 for Levi.
So these guys are shooting unknown distance again, so it is risky, you know, gunning at these 14s. You don't want to shoot 5s. You don't want to hit just barely high or barely left or right.
Upper 12 call, takes
so
a 10,
it could be pretty risky.
474.
But that would have been huge for Levi.
For Andrew
hit
Callaway,
14 and a 14 on this one. And
also
that would
upper
have been
12
a super huge
Andrew
jump.
Callaway. He did call the upper 12, and he
hits it.
He got his upper 12. Andrew Callaway now moves to 462. Also trying to get within 10 points of our leader.
So Tommy Gomez still has an enormous lead. He's at 474.
Get closer. He has 10 though. Moves into 462.
Then we'll have Nathan Winters and Andy Callaway probably tied for third. And they'll be at a 462.
10 of our leader.
And Joseph Goza's got a really close one. I think he's just high, so I think he's going to take a 10 on this shot and be at a 454. But he's really close. He might actually have the top of it.
A 12.
He does.
Joseph Goza
so
is now moved within 8 points of our leader. So also assures him of a 6th and final arrow, but it may not be
in this instance. Depending on what Tommy does, I'm sure Tommy's probably just.
All right, Tommy Gomez wants the upper 12 on the Coyote.
Shoot at a 12, shoot at a 10.
Nathan Winters wants the upper 12. So targets 3, 4,
Joseph
and 5
Goza's closed that lead down to 8 points. So as it sits, if everybody just shot 10s, we would only see Joseph Goza and Tommy Gomez going to one more final arrow. We'll see if Joseph takes a shot. It's a tough arrow to shoot at a 14, but he might try to close the gap. I would. I'll take a shot at a 14. But Tommy shot a 12, so even if Joseph would have shot a 14 in that instance, it wouldn't have mattered. He'd have still had a 6-point lead. But I believe Tommy's shooting
8 for Levi, moves him to 4.
Shooting a 12 on that target, and Joseph just shooting a 10
Next up,
is going to put Joseph and Tommy into one final arrow for the win.
10 though for Joseph, moves
and
him to 476.
it's going to be one of those, all you got to do is hit the target to win finishes, because
for Nathan
it really doesn't matter what Joseph does. If he shoots a 14, Tommy will only need 5 points in order to pass him.
472.
So I look for Tommy Gomez. Unless something really bad happens, Tommy Gomez will be the champion.
Upper 12 called. It's a 5 for Andrew, moves him to 467. And with a 14, the game is over. With the 12, we're going to continue to shoot. And with the 10, we'll continue to shoot. Upper 12 was called, yes. A 12 for Tommy Gomez moves him to 486. All right, folks, here we are. The way we look at it right now is Tommy Gomez has a 10-point lead over Joseph Goza, who will go to a 6th and final arrow. Levi Morgan is in 5th place. Andrew Callaway's in fourth place. Nathan Winters is in 3rd place. And Joseph Goza will take 1 arrow to try and track down or make some room on Tommy Gomez. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's your three of the 5.
All right, so here's everything. Comes down to this final arrow. It's just a six shot. But this is literally that scenario that I talked about in the women's pro class, where it is just going to be a have to hit it to win it scenario, where it doesn't matter if Joseph shoots a 14. He's only gonna go ahead of Tommy by 4 points because he's got a 10-point lead. So Tommy will have to only shoot a 5 in order to win. But this was that scenario where I was in the same one. I was 10 points back. Everybody said shoot at a 14, shoot at a 14, and it didn't matter. I shot a 14. I hit it. didn't matter. I was turned around talking to somebody else and heard the person behind me shoot and miss the target, and I won it. So doubt it's going to happen here,
right,
but
Bailey,
you literally never know. I mean, anything can happen. So Tommy's got to make the shot.
He's definitely guaranteed.
And I look for Tommy to smoke it. Tommy is clutch. On this last shot, Tommy usually if he has to hit a 14, he crushes it in this situation. And he has literally had a phenomenal season this year and a great season last year. Tommy made a run for Shooter of the Year, and he edged me out for second. I took third, Tommy took second, and Levi won another Shooter of the Year, but that was the closest. Tommy came closer to Levi than anybody has in several years, and this year he's doing a great job. He's leading for Shooter of the Year currently, and he's just shooting just really good shots. He's judging really good shots. He recently changed his job and started working for Scott in CBE, and so I don't know if that little change in his work schedule or what, but or just stress levels, or maybe it kind of reinvigorated the passion of archery and stuff back into it a little bit. But Tommy's just been having a great season, and he's really shooting well.
All right, Joseph, whenever you're ready.
Joseph, a long time ago.
Versus spinning the shot clock.
Joseph was one of the best finger shooters in the world.
You're on your own.
Probably the most, no doubt, was the most dominant finger shooter in the unlimited class ever that the ASA has ever had. He won tons of tournaments.
Okay, he's looking for a 14 to put a little bit of pressure on Tommy.
He shot an 8, so that's the end of the tournament. Tommy doesn't even have to shoot.
And Tommy Gomez is your champion. It's an 8. Tommy Gomez is your champion at 486. Joseph goes at 484.
So
in third place was Nathan Winters.